Oh, I'm live. Hey, everybody. How's it going? So we're here tonight for Saturday Night Hockey Talk and the pregame show for the Canadiens at Ottawa Senators tonight. So, hey, David, how's it going, buddy? So just going to wait a little bit for some people to come in. What can I say? Oh, Carl Alsner's been called up. Hey, Wolverine, how's it going? So Carl Alsner will be playing tonight. And interesting enough, I called him for the I should look in the camera there. I called him for the first goal of the game. So, okay, well, you're four of you already in there. So if you want to enter into the contest, we're running the contest tonight. So if you want to win a hockey puck, you got to guess the score and give the first goal scorer for Montreal. So let's see. Hey, Zachary, how's it going? Yeah, so guys, give your score. What else can I say about the game before it starts? I haven't really heard anything else about lineups. I haven't heard about anything. Price is starting apparently, so he's not getting traded. I haven't heard anything about Tatar Petrie because basically, for most teams, if you're going to be trading somebody, it's the last game before the deadline. Why play him? Now, in Montreal's case, they're really, I guess, with injuries, not that many injuries, but still, they're hurting for bodies as it is. So I don't know if it means anything that Tatar and Petrie are in the lineup or not. We'll find out. Let me go to the other channel where I can actually see your comments better. Here we go. Munib, how's it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. Going live a bit earlier. Well, usually Wolverine on in the off season, my Saturday show is 90 minutes. So I just figured, what the hell, we'll go 90 minutes. It's the last game before the trade deadline. Maybe you guys want to talk more about it. I don't know. I just figure I go an extra 30 minutes. I'm probably leaving about 15 minutes before the game starts. So because I have to feed my animals and all that before the game starts to get ready for the game. So, we'll go about an hour and 15 minutes. But yeah, a little bit early. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Okay, Zachary, you got to give me a score for the game as well. Can't just enter with who gets the first goal. It's got to be both. So David's got 3. Well, I've got David already on a comment, so I won't lose that one. Samuel, do me a favor. Don't be so negative. I already removed a comment of yours about, I don't want to hear about dead and dying and all this. Don't do that, or we're going to have to kick you from the channel. Can't have that, buddy. Don't. People don't like it. I don't like that. Aaron, 5-2. Hold on a second. Let me get this down now. 5-2 Montreal. Alsner, I got that's all I got. I've got it 3-2 Montreal, but I've got Alsner. Why not, eh? Alsner. I have a feeling I'm not going to be the only one taking Alsner tonight. Munib, okay, you got Covey. Okay, you can't be Covey or Sherrod. You got to give me one, but I got you as 4-3 Montreal. The overtime, I mean, it doesn't really matter for this. It's the end, the result of the game before or after overtime, whatever. 4-3 Habs. So just let me know if it's Sherrod or Covey that you want, because you can't have 2 for the contest. Not fair to other people. Wolverine, 3-2 Montreal with Armia. But I think, I'm not sure if I got you in the comments, but that's cool. 3-2 Montreal, like me, but you got Armia. Okay, and Munib, I got you with Sherrod. I put this also, I posted a lot of Facebook groups. So I put it out there for the contest. Oh my God, I got so many entries. It's crazy. I might be giving away a few pucks tonight, which is fine. I mean, it's fine. That's better, Samuel. Go Habs, go. Okay, did I miss anybody? No, Zachary's got 4-1 Montreal, but Zachary, you got to give me a goal scorer. Did you? Let me scroll and see. Oh, you did. Okay, I got it, Zachary. I got it. 4-1 with Weber. I got it. Hang on, let me just finish writing it down. Yeah. Okay, which one? Because you said Weber, or is it Max Domi? So Zachary, Weber or Max Domi? Let me know which one. I can't have both. Did I miss anybody? NHL Hockey News. Welcome in, buddy. Contest is back. It's on tonight, so give a score. You may win. Habs girl. Hey, I still have trouble saying buddy. Hey, Habs girl. Yeah, I got you. I know you're in the comments, but I'll mark it down here. I won't, if I have time. If somebody wins tonight, I might not be able to tell till after I do my review. So if that's the case, it'll be tomorrow's video. I'll do a video tomorrow to announce the winner, because I have so many entries on Facebook and it's going to take a while to go through them. So it might not be like an instantaneous result. So I apologize for that if that's the case, but I can't help it. There's a lot of entries. Galley with the goal for Habs girl. Let's see, NHL. And this is another reason why I'm going a little longer, because it's going to take probably 15 minutes away from the chat and everything, to get all the things written down. So, yeah, so it's better off I have a little extra time. I like this. I hope somebody wins tonight. It's not. I guess for me, it's better off nobody wins. I don't have to put out any money, but I want somebody to win. I want there to be some winners. We were really close the first two times, really close to a winner, and there's going to be so many entries tonight. Somebody's going to win. I'd be surprised tonight if somebody doesn't win. Okay, so I've got NHL Hockey News. 5-2 Habs, Lehkonen for the first one. Yeah, he could be on fire because of being scratched last year. It's a good point. Ottawa Senators suck, but they seem to play good against us. And they're the kind of team, they kind of just hang in there. And, Habs have enough trouble holding on to the lead. Ottawa just seems to hang in there. That's why I'm calling it very tight. I see 3-2 anyway. Who knows what it'll be? Might end up being 5-0. I mean, who knows? Samuel says Montreal and Ottawa are gone in 2018, but Samuel, it is 2020. Just so you know. NHL, no, this is only the third time we're actually running the contest for a prize. So no, nobody would win. It has won. If anyone wins tonight, it'll be the first. But it's only been 3 times, so it's not like it's been a long time. Have I got any mods in the room? Or am I on my own? I'm on my own right now. Okay. Samuel, you're playing on my nerves here. Let's talk hockey, or let's not talk. Or I'm going to have to send you out on what do they call that? A timeout. Brady Tkachuk sucks. Zachary, I agree with you. Even though I wanted Montreal to pick Tkachuk, I don't like the way the Tkachuk brothers play. I just don't like it. And you could say, well, that's the way Gallagher plays. And in a way it is, but Gallagher's not dirty. And I think that's a big difference. Gallagher's not a dirty player. Yes, he's pesky. Yes, all that, but he's not dirty. And I don't like the Tkachuks. Something about it I don't like. Anyway, that's me. Aaron, Sens have 2 key players scratched tonight. Oh, yeah? Who? I didn't hear anything. Paulie. Paulie's got Montreal. 3-2 Montreal. Hang on, Paulie. I'm going to get you in there. 3-2 Montreal. That's my score, too. Oops, I should write it properly. 3-2 Montreal. And who do you have? Thomas Tatar. Possibly playing his last game for the Habs. No, I don't want to believe that. That's for sure. But I mean, listen, for a few of these guys, it's a possibility. I know for Nate Thompson, it's more than likely his last game here, which is sad. I like Nate Thompson, but I mean, it looks like they can get a 3rd rounder for him. I think that's what they should do. Jamie Cutler. Hang on a second, Jamie. I got you. 4-3 Habs. And Domi sure as hell needs a goal. I listen, with the rumors out there, could be Domi's last game in Montreal as well. I don't know. Okay, let me scroll back down. I think I'm missing a few. And also, listen, if I miss anybody, please just repost. And I got it. So you see that there's a $sign there on the bottom of the chat. That's for super chats and super stickers. So if you really, really, really got to get me to see something, that's the guaranteed way to do it. And they're not expensive, so it's not like I'm saying, I think 99 cents, I think, is the you can go with. So, but that's the best way to get my attention for sure. But otherwise, just repost, and eventually I'm going to get to it. Senators like to win when there is sleepy teams around. Well, Montreal can get, if you want to put it that way, sloppy. I hope you meant sloppy. Can get very sloppy at the end of a period. Yes, Samuel Kokiniemi is playing in Laval. Boston 8, Montreal 1. Yeah, but that's not who's playing tonight. It's Ottawa, Montreal. Okay. Just give me a minute, guys. Samuel, I'm going to put you on a timeout. When you come back from that timeout, if you continue with this, because every time it's the same, then you're gone from the channel. So I'm just telling you, so you're on timeout. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I have no mods in here to do it, so I have to do it myself. Gallagher plays with heart. Yeah, that's the difference. He plays with heart. He's pesky. He gets in there. Yeah, but that's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not dirty, and he's not. So there's a difference. Let me get back. Scroll down. Okay, I'm going to. I've got a bunch of messages here. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. So if I missed anything, please just repost it or super chat or sticker or whatever, and I'll get to it. Do my best. Let's see. I got Ghislaine. Gislaine's in the room. 5-3. Yeah, Gislaine's got 5-3. Let me write this down. 5-3 Montreal. And Galley. Okay, well, we only need the Montreal one, Gislaine. Only need the Montreal. Who could be traded the most? Domi, Tatar, Drouin. For the most or the most? I mean, can only trade them once. Who will get the bet? I'm going to take it, you mean the biggest return. Good, Tatar. Definitely Tatar right now. Deneau is so underrated. He is, and let's hope that he stays here and let him be underrated here. That's what I say. 10 assists in 9 games for KK. Yeah, KK's been doing well there. 10 points in 9 games. It doesn't matter if they're goals or assists. He's involved. Jamie Cutler, I hope Domi don't go. Me too, actually, but I mean, he's been rumored. I don't know if it's serious rumor or not. David, Rick, it could be Price last game too. You know what, though? Honestly, if it were going to be that, if that were the case, Price would not be playing. I don't think that if they were trading Price that they would play him tonight. Because what if he gets injured and then that ruins the deal? So no, I would think you're pretty much assured 100% that he's not getting traded. And I would think I don't expect them to do much. Yeah, after the last game, I know I put trades are coming, but I really don't expect him to do much. And the word is around that Bergevin's not going to do a lot at the trade deadline. Not big names. So we're going to have to see what happens. But I would think if Price were getting traded, there's no way he's playing tonight. So if Price is in nets, and I said it in my preview, if Price is like on the sidelines, either behind like as the backup, or he's not even the backup, oh boy, then it's time to worry that he's getting traded. But he's playing tonight, so I really don't see how he's getting traded. I know if I was the team getting him, I would be saying, like, don't play him tonight. I would be saying that. Just not saying Suzuki is NHL ready, but KK and Paling are not. No, they're not yet. Hopefully by the end of by the beginning of next season, they are. And if not, well, they're going to spend a little more time in the AHL till they are. I think that's just the way it should be. And I think, I think KK, while he did have he had a good rookie season, but ultimately that may have been bad for him, and he should have spent some time in the AHL. And listen, that happens. Guys come up, and then they get sent back down. It happens. There's nothing wrong with it. Randy, hang on a second. Let me get you in there, Randy. 4-2 Montreal. I noticed nobody's taken Ottawa. Although I know Scotty took Ottawa in a comment. 4-2 Montreal. Suzuki. And I have a feeling there won't be a lot of Ottawa takers tonight. NHL, these live streams are so much fun. I'm having so much, as much as you do. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. That's cool. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this, even if I'm tired before. The problem literally lately, because I'm having a lot of fun. And, I used to hear about guys on the radio, they do 2-3 hours on the radio and say how tired they were after, because I knew some radio guys. And they'd be, how it's tiring. And it's like, you're sitting there talking for 3 hours. How hard is that? I've got to tell you something. When you're on like that and you're trying to be, even an hour, I have to, first of all, come down from the high of it, and then you're just tired after. So, but I have a lot of fun. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are having fun as well. And it's not just me. And, maybe you guys are just laughing at me having fun. I don't know. Domi for a great prospect or pick. Yes. Well, I think if Domi goes, he's going to bring back a good amount. And listen, if you're going to trade Domi before he figures it out and is more consistent, now would be his highest value, because you never know next year, what if he has another bad season. But I think Domi's going to figure it out. He's young. He's going to figure it out and be more consistent, because that's what he's lacking, is consistency. Habs girl, agree. Galley is the heart and soul of the Habs. Hopefully Habs next captain. Yeah. Retiring a Hab, that's harder to do these days, but I hope so too. Best return for Tatar, because he's had a very good year. Drouin's in a slump. Yeah. And by the way, Habs girl, before they named Weber as the captain, I wanted Galley to be the captain. And I'm not disappointed at all at Weber, and I think actually Weber was probably the better choice at the time. It was probably the best move they made, but I was a Galley for captain guy. Wolverine's asking, would I say that Domi plays like Kachuk brothers? No, I don't think he's dirty like that. I think he plays with that kind of intensity and that kind of temperament. But I don't think that makes him a dirty player. There's a difference there. And look, I may be wrong that maybe the Kachuks aren't as dirty as I think they are, but it's that attitude. I mean, they just have this sneaky type attitude, I find. That's just on me, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but that's what I get from them. Oh, so Samuel, are you going to behave right now? No, he's not. Okay. Samuel, I really, it's too bad. Look, a subscriber, if I go up or down a subscriber, is not going to bother me that much. But sorry. Nice to have known you. Bye, buddy. So I'm pretty sure that means that Samuel won't be back with us anymore. And with that silly nonsense of his. Habs girl, price listed in net. Yeah. He is. He's supposed to be playing tonight. And yeah, I have heard nobody being held out tonight. So, but I heard a good point is that Habs have been challenged, with all the injuries and everything. They're a bit challenged for the bodies, that, it's a possibility that they'll play guys like Tatar and Petrie because they want to win and all that stuff. And still they could be traded. But Price, forget it. A goalie, you don't take that chance on, because a goalie's chance of being injured, especially when you got a deal for him. Ray, no barking. She got excited. When you got a deal for a guy, a goalie especially, that's the night he's going to get injured. So, yeah. And Lecky being pulled, I don't think that had anything to do with being traded. That was just a coach's decision. For whatever his reason, that's what it was. It turns out that's probably all it was. NHL, if Galley or Weber were not captains, who would your next option be? Honestly, Don't know. I'd have to think about that one because no, I don't have an answer for that. Don't know. I hadn't really thought about it because the thought that if Weber retires or gets whatever hurt or traded, that Galley's going to be here because I don't see them trading a guy like Galley, and so never crossed my mind. Okay. Nolan, also known as Noli Petroli. I like that. Hey, Nolan, thanks for coming in. Oh, no problem. Listen, Nolan, no problem. Stay as long as you can and enjoy while you're here. That's all we could ask. Mikey, how's it going, buddy? Brady is better than Marchand. Brady Kachuk? No, I don't. Look, he's too young to say that. And no matter what you think of Brad Marchand, and believe me, I don't think too many people can have a lower opinion of him than me. Brad Marchand happens to be a damn good hockey player. And that's what's frustrating about a guy like Brad Marchand, in my mind, is that here's a guy who's a freaking good hockey player, and he wastes it by being an asshole. I mean, like, guys are assholes, I get that, but not like Brad Marchand. So, but he is a damn good hockey player, and that's why I hate him even more, is because he's a good hockey player and he does that garbage. Dirty player hit you in the back, you sucker, or sucker punch you. Tough player drop the gloves and punch you in the face. Yeah, pretty much that's true. A dirty player is going to do all those, slash you, those kind of things, and not try to be in your face about it. Whereas a tough guy or a guy that's sure of himself is going to be right in your face and challenge you that way. Yeah. And so it goes to show. So, look at that Chara and Gallagher, that cross-check to his throat. So it wasn't to his back, but it's a cross-check. That's a dirty. He's using a piece of wood instead of using his, not to say Chara couldn't pummel the hell out of Galley. But he didn't do that, did he? Because he's so much bigger, he'd get in a lot of trouble. But so he, it just tells something about a guy. That's what that's how I look at it. When I played hockey, I mean, it wasn't of any big sorts, but I mean, I always played clean. Wolverine, do I feel Carl Alsner gets too much hate? Yes, his contract is bad and hard to trade, and he is not known for offense, but he can still contribute. Okay, this is the thing with Carl Alsner. I'll give you that, because there is a point there to be made. There is a point. Hang on, I gotta unblock Nolan. Why would Nolan have a? Okay, Carl Alsner gets a lot of hate because of his contract. But Carl Alsner is a bit of a slower player right now, and the league is just getting faster and faster, and he's finding himself having to keep up. And this is a big problem. So I think it's more of a case of the 2 points. He's not fast enough right now, so I guess any kind of criticism he gets about his play is due to that. Although he's, from what I understood, he worked on it as much as he could. He's never said boo, really, about. He's taken it well, the demotion and all that. I hope I didn't lose my point. Right. So he, there's and the size of his contract. There's a lot of hate because of the fact that he turns out he can't really play well. Look, if he was signed for $2 million or $2.5 million, and he didn't work out, we wouldn't hate him nearly as much as that cap hit. Because that cap hit screws you up for signing new guys and everything. Whereas if it was a couple of million, it would be nothing. So I think a lot of it has to do with the cap hit. But listen, I don't think the guy is an NHLer on a good team. He could probably play for the lower teams, but I don't think he skates well enough. And look, and in saying that, I thought he played well in the preseason. He played very little, but I liked what I saw from him. So there you go. And he just keeps getting raves about his work ethic and blah, 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 and how nice a guy he is and all that. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, John's in the room. Hot Take Hockey. Thanks for coming in. No live stream tonight, buddy. Oh, yeah, I'm on so early. I forgot. Yeah, I'm on early today. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. Hey, you threw my game off. Okay, yeah, I guess because I missed some stuff. Just a reminder, if I miss your comment and you really want me to read it, just redo it. Or, hey, perfect time to do a super chat. It's going to light up all in colors, and there's absolutely no way I'm going to miss it. So if you want to guarantee me to read something, do a super chat or a super sticker, or if not, just repost it, and eventually I'll get around to it because there's 16 people already in the room, so it's a lot. David, you're allowed to like Brad Marchand if you want. Anthony Peters is in the room. It's been a while, buddy. So who does Ghost get us, Rick? At this point, I don't know. I don't know. He hasn't been playing that well. Didn't he get moved anyway? What am I wrong about that? He got moved, or am I? Anyways, I'm confused now. I don't think we're after Ghost as much as we were. Another not great season two in a row. I don't know. Good question. David, you're right. You like who you like. Nolan, no offense, David, but I don't know why you would like him. Look, you like who you like. It doesn't matter who. Sometimes you can't explain why you like a player. You just like them. But I agree with you, Nolan. I really do. I don't know why anybody would like him. Hot take. I don't know if I'm going live yet, but of course. I don't know who's playing tonight, but yeah, it's my Saturday night. Saturday, I always do a live stream, even in the summer. I always do a live stream. Saturday night hockey talk. But I thought I'd do an extra half hour before the game. Give it 90. Well, not 90. I got to leave about 15 minutes before the game. But yeah. Not getting into that one. Is there any hope Noah Juleson may play again? Well, that's good. You mentioned that. That's good news. I forgot about. Yeah, so Noah Juleson got the clearance to practice with the Rocket again. So he's feeling okay, but I mean, it doesn't mean I wouldn't hold out my breath right now. And by that I mean he's had a couple of setbacks. Could happen again. I hope the best for the guy, but I wouldn't put him in the plans yet. I think that's what I mean more. Let him recover, let him make sure he can play. I wouldn't put him in the plans, and if he is able to continue on with his career and he's perfectly healthy, hey, that's just like a bonus. It's like getting it's like making a trade or getting an extra pick or something. But I wouldn't really count on having him being meaningful kind of in any way, really. He could develop into a really good player, but you got to kind of temper it and let him get back on his feet before we really look to put him in the plans. But yeah, it's a shame because he looked like he was very promising. Which, when you speak about Juleson, that's another reason why, when all the talk about trade everybody, get all the picks. Well, yeah, that's good. And I do get that. It's not lost on me. But I made a point of those aren't guaranteed either. And Noel Juleson is kind of a case in point where promising young guy, had a role to play here if he was, would have been healthy. And something like that, boom, and his career may be over. And there's a good draft pick. I'm not sure how they got Juleson, so I'm just talking. Could have been a draft pick. But, if that was one of the number one draft picks we would have got for Tatar, so just saying the risk is there either way. So it's doesn't mean that we trade Tatar, we get a number one pick and it works out. It might not, right? So that it's just as good one way or the other. I think, you just one's a really big rebuild and one you're building on what you got. And I think that's a good way to go too. Half cat, half rat. Yeah. Okay. How the hell did Samuel Adias get back in here? Samuel, I don't know how you got back in here, but I hid you. And is there any other way to hide somebody? I'm hiding them again. Samuel's done. Steven, you're a mod. Do me a favor, if you see Samuel come back in the room, toss him. He's not allowed back in here anymore. He's just too bloody negative and just with death and this and that. I don't want him in here anymore. Okay, let's get back to where we are. We're live action. So now, Stephen, who are you that I'm not sure who you are? Why am I not sure who you are? And you have mod status. Okay, but just let me know. Did you change your, like, who is this? I gave you mod status and I don't know who you are. That's weird. That's bad on me. MB will never use the term rebuild. You can't really in Montreal. Listen, I'm positive of this. If they do the rebuild that everybody's calling for in 2 years where they're still losing, they're going to call for it again. It's garbage. And then the same people wanting this to happen will go, well, we can't put up with losing anymore. I don't think you can go that way in Montreal. I really don't. Unless you're absolutely forced to. Nolan, random question, but in Quebec, I didn't know that people said the F word so much. Oh, yeah. Like the kids at the school in Quebec went into for weeks at the F word, then would add like tabernacle or a C or Chris or the F word again. And yeah, that's the thing in Quebec. Yeah. I don't want to get into it because you're young, but yeah, the F word here in Quebec, it's like every second word in a lot of people's vernacular. And the F word can be used it's an adjective. It's everything in the book. F word works. And in Quebec, hey, the F word and a tabernacle and this and that, it all goes together. And if you do it in one just long, relentless stream of it, it's all the better. But yeah, that's Quebec for you. Stephen, I missed quite a bit of streams. You modded me a long time ago. Sorry about that. Okay. It's been a while because I forgot. But hey, if you got the mod, it means I gave it to you. So yeah, if you could do that, if this guy comes back, because I'm tired, every stream and he's in, it's all this weird stuff out of him that I warn him and warn him and warn him, and he just doesn't get it. So it's time. I've had it with the guy. Afterwards, in a comment, I've got comments that he's made. I'll go to one of them, and I'm just gonna block him from the channel because I thought that would do it, but it doesn't seem to because he came back. I don't know how that happened. Nolan, you're a little young to be a mod, so I don't want to do that right now. So sorry, it's not against you. I like you, and I would definitely trust you for that. But I think you're a little young to be a mod right now. So just have patience, and next season maybe. How's that? So don't forget, next season, remind me I said that because I'll feel better at that point. So if you don't mind, and don't take, it's not anything against you. Definitely not. Geez, you're one. How many of live streams have you missed? 1 or 2? That's it. Wolverine, do I think Dale Weiss will get traded? It would be good because he's got a pretty high cap hit. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to want him though. But we'll see. But he's got a pretty high cap hit. Maybe that will even keep him from being traded. So I don't know. And have to admit, he's been playing like the last few games he played, but he played well. No complaints. Stephen, I hope they don't get rid of Covey and Ta or Domi. Yeah, look, we'll find out on Monday, but I hope so too. I don't expect much, but I'll tell you, lately I have a feeling, and it's maybe unfounded, but of the 3, well, Covey I think is going to go. So sorry, but I think Covey's going to go. Of the other 2, Domi might go. There's a lot of sense in it. At the same time as I don't want it to happen. Yeah, Stephen, good old internet trolls. I've been pretty lucky about that, I think, in general. But Samuel can go from good to bad and then right away back, from bad to good, right away back to bad, and I've had enough. Sometimes it gets up to here. Nolan, poète quand j'ai 13 ans. Yeah, but I always put 14 and up. Once you get to 14, we're going to be good. Or you get closer to it, but I'd prefer next season. So, plus I got a bunch of mods. They're just not in tonight. What's with Joe? I haven't seen Joe in forever. Steven, are you doing any streams over the summer? I live stream every Saturday still over the summer. And when the will hits me. But yeah, definitely going to live stream over the summer. I'm good. This Saturday show won't stop in the summer. It started in the summer, so there's no reason to stop it in the summer. Kerry Clark, welcome in. Every team goes through a rebuild at some point. Habs can't be immune to it. I said it. I said unless they're forced to, like when it's really they forced to. I don't think this is a situation where they're forced to. So I agree with you. At some point, every team does go through it, and it's not to say that a rebuild is no good. I'm not saying that either, because a rebuild is not a bad way to go because you're going to get a lot of good draft picks and blah blah blah. The thing is, in Montreal, it doesn't go over well. I'll go back to this quote I must have repeated many times. It's from Steve Shutt from back in the day. Steve Shutt telling one of the rookies about it was after a win and they got cheered and the guy said, "Oh, they love us here in Montreal." And Shutt said, "Yeah, they love us in Montreal. Win or tie." He said, "But you better not tie too often." And that's just the way it is here in Montreal. And why did I get into that? Don't know why I got into that. Oh, the rebuild, yeah. Because the rebuild, a lot of guys will talk about it. Yeah, let's tear the team down, blah, blah, blah. And 2 years later, when they're still not finished, they're going to be complaining just the same and denying that they ever wanted to rebuild it in the first place. And that's Montreal fans for you. In general, I'm not saying you guys or I'm like that, but a lot of them are. Go on Twitter. Habs Twitter is frustrating. Okay, wait, something important there. What was that? Galley, Kovalchuk nearing an extension around 1.75 million and 3 million in bonuses. If anything happens, it's going to happen on Monday by Pierre Lebrun. I know they're talking. I do know they're talking. So I just think if they don't sign, Covey by Monday, they're going to trade him. That's my point is. But the numbers I had heard were 3.5 million to 5 and up to 5 million with bonuses. But for me, 1.75, I'd rather that before the bonuses, because if he doesn't perform, well, you're not paying a ton. Let's see. Okay, wait. Wolverine, do I do live streams during the playoffs, even when the Habs are not in the playoffs? Well, absolutely, I will. Saturday nights for sure. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do for the playoffs. I honestly haven't decided if I'm going to follow a team or maybe just do this kind of stuff before the games start and just do, a couple of days a week, do a pregame show before the games start and just for us all. So, yeah, I haven't really decided, but like I said, the Saturday show, not going to stop. It's a year-round thing. And yeah, I'm going to do live streams here and there for sure. If Kovalchuk gets traded, I think he'll re-sign with the Habs during the summer. I don't. I think if you trade a guy like Covey, I don't think there's any reason for him to come back. I don't. I think he finds a place with another team, and he's going to do just as well there. So I kind of see it like that. For a guy like Scandella, could be different, although it seems like he's doing pretty good there in St. Louis. He's fitting well. From what I can see and what I've read, he's doing well. And the thing is with Scandella, if St. Louis doesn't re-sign him, and they might not, I could see a guy like him wanting to come back, and they might even have had a deal like that. We'll say, don't sign with them. We'll sign you back here next year. But listen, what if St. Louis wins a cup and he wins a cup there? He may want to stay there. So I don't know. Just sending a guy away in the hopes to re-sign him because Plekanec did it. It doesn't make sense because Plekanec was a lifetime Hab. He had every reason to want to come back. It's not the same. It's just not the same. Oops, that went away. I was about to read something and it went bloop. Habs girl. Oh, that's Ed Galley. That's cool. Steven, so true. Good grief. Habs Twitter and Facebook. Oh, I don't even want to get into it. Facebook is a world of its own. I got to tell you. Here, just a quick story for Facebook. And if anybody's watching from Facebook, I mean, I'm not necessarily making fun of you in particular, but okay. So I posted in Facebook in a bunch of groups. I posted the contest, and last time I did it, I didn't specify about the Habs goal scorer. So Facebook people, a lot of them will comment on my title and whatever my thumbnail looks like and not watch my video at all and make a comment, and they don't know what they're talking about mostly, and whatever. So this time I posted that it's the contest. I said, well, maybe you'll get more action. It's always better just to get more excitement about it. And I want to give a puck away. So I want, get more people involved. So this time I put, give the score of the game and the first goal scorer for Montreal. Right in the title, I post it, and then you can say something about it. So I did. I got to say, at least 50% of the responses were the score without a goal scorer, or the goal scorer without a score. I don't know. It says it right in front of your face. You're looking at it, and it said it, and you look down to type, and in between then and you lost what you needed to do. I didn't write it in plain enough English. I don't know. So Facebookers really got me. I don't know. They love to comment on my stuff without. I know from a lot of the comments that what they're saying, they didn't watch my video because I addressed that whatever they said in the video, so they wouldn't have to say what they said in their comment if they watched the video. But yeah, so I got off on a Facebook rant. Facebook, I don't know. I'm thinking of giving up on Facebook. I'm not sure. Matt Kelly, I watched the Habs all year. I thought we played hard and the effort was there. Those late goals we give up in games cost us big time. Yeah, listen, the effort has been good. They haven't given up on the coach. And, that's a good sign that CJ or Claude Julien, however you want to refer to him, is doing a good job, or else they'd be giving up on him already. He has not lost the room. I think he's doing a good job, as good as he pretty much can. He makes mistakes. Everybody does. Nobody's perfect. But, yeah, I don't know if that answered that. Yeah, those last-minute goals, though, not being able to hold on to the lead, that's really where it's cost us. Steven, nope. Nolan, honestly, go Canucks, go. Joking. Only in the playoffs. Even thought they probably won't make it past the first round. Even though, yeah, it's a possibility. Maybe I'll do that. The only problem for me following the Canucks is there are going to be a lot of late games. So, that means automatically having to stay up a lot later and all that. So I don't know if I want to follow a West Coast team necessarily. So, yeah, I'm probably going to pick an East Coast team. Steve, the politics of hockey are exhausting. Any politics can be exhausting. Yeah, and there's politics everywhere you go. You got a job, you got office politics. You got whatever. There's always politics. Wolverine, did I say the Canucks are your second favorite team? Yeah. Would I root for them in the playoffs? I would, definitely, but for me to follow them and do this kind of thing, their start times for us here are 10:30 most of the games, right? Unless they're playing an East Coast team. So it just means for a really late night for me, and then putting out the video after the game is almost redundant because most of the guys on the East Coast are in bed already by that time. So I don't really want to follow a West Coast team for the videos. So, yeah. Kerry Clark, we do have a few good players plus a time limit for Price and Weber. So for that reason, a rebuild won't happen, but it's going to be mediocre hockey until they land a few high-end players. Well, look, there's two ways to build a team in my mind, right? You can do okay. So for a team in Montreal's position right now, you can trade away these guys and get all these draft picks, and yeah, it's a rebuild, and you get a lot of picks, and over time, next few years, 4 or 5, could take that many, your team emerges and start. And I don't disagree with that. It's not that I disagree with it, but there is another way to do it, and it might be a little more old-fashioned, but it's a way to do it that every other teams that are currently successful have done. And counter to that is, look, there's teams also that have gone the rebuild route that haven't been successful as much as they'd like to be. So it doesn't necessarily guarantee you a win either, or a winner. But the Habs are in a position this year where, yeah, they could sell off everything and get these picks. But listen, if they don't win a lot of games the rest of the season, they're going to get themselves a damn good draft pick. That's going to be a good pick that they can probably have on the team within a season or two. And that's going to make a good contribution and be a good NHLer, a quality NHLer. They may and they have been making really good draft picks the last couple of seasons because of a change in how they make their picks and who's in charge of that. And that change has shown, look at the players that are here. So you got to expect they're going to make some more good picks. And that's another way to do it, is making very good draft picks and then developing them. And they're doing that because some of the players are starting to graduate from the minors. They're starting. It's just starting. And some of the draft picks that have just been made are going to start to creep into Laval and creep their way onto the team. And that's how it works. So I think Montreal's doing it the right way. If they don't trade these guys away, just continue to fill the holes, and no, not come back next season with the exact same team. You hear that all the time out there. They're stupid if they think they're going to come back with this team. They're not going to come back with this team anyway. They're coming back with a different team with some of the same players, but still, it's essentially a different team. So I never agreed with that theory of, well, it's the exact same team you're going to have next season. It's not. It never is. What team is? From season to season, there are changes. And in this case, there's going to be a bunch of changes, just not the changes that people are calling for to rebuild the team. So I'm kind of babbling here, but I hope you get my point. Is I like them holding on to the guys and filling the holes, trying to, sign guys, whatever they have to do, and moving forward. And having what you've got. And a point I've made in a few videos, I'm emotionally invested in these guys. I mean, you want to bring in these draft picks and guys I don't know. I'm not emotionally invested in them. Do I want a Stanley Cup? I do, but I don't want to buy one. I don't want to buy a Stanley Cup. I want the guys that we draft and we pick up and we develop and we watch through the years, and they're close to our hearts. And I want to see those guys win a Stanley Cup. And that's what I want. And that's my argument against the the cold-heartedness we'll just get rid of these guys and bring in new guys. It doesn't work like that for me. Sorry. See, this is close to and the heart is here, though, really. Your heart is really here. But you see where that CH is? I'm showing it to you. That's what we play for. That's what we watch for. And we want the guys that we love and watch over the years to win that cup, not just bring in a bunch of new guys. They're going to win the cup for us. What's the enjoyment of that? None. For me, none. Now, granted, I've watched plenty of Stanley Cup wins. So you guys, you younger people, have never seen one. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. But for me, going out and buying a cup like that has zero interest for me. Zero. And that's my Stanley Cup rant, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, you guys better better repost your comments, because I think a lot of shit just went past me while I ranted. Sorry about that. But it was fun. Wolverine, I personally don't like the Canucks because the Calgary Flames are my second favorite team. So I'll definitely root for them. Listen, it's like I say, you like who you like. Because I like the Canucks doesn't mean you got to like the Canucks. I'm not one of those. Listen, I think we can all like somebody else, everybody in this room like a different team, and still have a good conversation about hockey and not have to kill each other over it. Let me see now. Got to find one where someone's talking to me. What is Danault's contract like? When does it expire? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Somebody want to look that up on Cap Friendly? I'm not quick enough with all this stuff to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I think Danault is another couple of seasons that he's signed for. And I don't think his contract, I don't think he makes a ton of money. But listen, in the next couple of years, Danault's going to have to be re-signed as well. Steven, me too, but there's too much success in terms of development in Montreal. Not much success. Yeah, but that's because If you want to fault Bergie in one way in particular that I would fault him is they kept Sylvain Lefebvre as the coach of their minor team for way too long. But Bouchard's been in there. I think this is his second season. He's already starting to develop guys, and proof of that is Jake Evans. Jake Evans, while not here right now, but here's a guy that looks so much better than in training camp when he came up. I like what I saw, and you can see this is a guy that next season will actually fight for a job and probably win one of those jobs. The Nate Thompson center job for the fourth line. I could see Jake Evans get that job next season. I like what I saw from him. He's a young kid getting his first few games. I like what I saw from him. And that's what I'm talking about. That's a guy being developed, starting to come up and getting a taste and being developed. And that's what I mean. Did we get anybody under Sylvain Lefebvre that did that? I don't even think so. So, it's for Montreal, they took a little too long to start making that change, but they did. It's a couple of seasons, and you got to have a little bit of patience for that to start to show its full results. But the results are starting to show. Kerry Clark. Okay, I hear you. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, no. Okay, well there you go. You're a fan 1 year longer than me. So we've had our cups, but we also understand what it is what is the word I'm looking for? You got to love your team. I want to love the players that win the cup. I don't want these just generic guys winning a cup, and because they're wearing the logo on their chest, that should be satisfying to me. It's not, because I'm a passionate Habs fan. Hockey crabs, hey buddy. Yeah, see, Steven agrees with me. Wolverine, why do I think big time free agents don't want to sign in Montreal? Because Montreal's not a winner right now. Guys want to go where they're a winner. There's a tax problem here. There's that. So if you're not going to be a winning team, they can come in here and improve their career and all that, whatever that is. They look at it as a tax problem. So until Montreal starts putting out a team where a guy can further his career here, maybe win a cup, get all kinds of glory, they're not going to be as shit hot interested to come here. And that's just the fact. It's happened before. The cycle was over. People came here. It's happened for other teams. They don't want to go there. They start to win. Everybody wants to go there. It's like that everywhere. It's just the way it is. The key to changing that, start winning. David, you still don't have your T-shirt. That is true, because right now I have not sent anything out. It won't happen till next month, buddy. I'm really sorry, but I haven't gotten the other T-shirt winners T-shirt even yet. And I'm also waiting. I figure there's going to be a hockey puck winner, and I'm going to get them all done at one time. Just not able to do it yet, buddy. But I could show you the T-shirt. Do you want me to get up and show you the T-shirt? I'm dressed. I can do it. Hang on. I'm going to do this for David so he doesn't, so he believes me. Here's the T-shirt in case you forgot what it looks like. Hang on. I got to get in there. Yeah, there. So that's the T-shirt. It used to hang up on my wall in the other room, if you remember. It got covered up and everything, but it's there. So I've got it. It's just haven't sent it out yet, buddy. Got to have a little bit of patience in me. Another reason why I push the super chats. Those are the things that will the super chats and the super stickers help out to get all that done. It's a tough time for that here right now at Talking Habs. Sorry. I wish I had as much cap space as the team does. That's for sure. Okay. Jake Evans is 23, like Ryan Poehling. And listen, if we had, when he was first drafted, maybe better development, maybe he'd be farther up. I don't know. Or he went to college. Didn't he go to college? So that would be why. But he's being developed, and that's the whole point. Poehling is 20. Is Samuel still on a timeout? Hopefully, Munib, sorry, hopefully Samuel ain't coming back in. Do you know him? Is he a friend or something? Because Samuel don't behave himself very well here. I warned him a few times to stop doing what he's doing, and he just keeps doing it. So sorry. Every single time it's the same thing. I kind of had enough. So sorry about that if you know him. Habs girl, pretty sure Evans is the leading scorer in Laval at the moment. Could be. I think he was when he came up here. Willington. Dollars is also a problem. Quebec taxes are a kill. I said that taxes are a problem here. That's one of the, and that the fact that we're not really a winning team. So why do they want to pay higher taxes? Why do they want to go out of their way? Unless they can't get another NHL job, they'll take one here. But and not everybody is like that. Some guys want to play here because it's the Montreal Canadiens. So once they start to win, that stuff will take care of itself. I'm not really worried. Paling might be 21 now. He started the season at 20 anyway. Nolan KK is doing well down there. 10 assists in 9 games. Oh, excuse me. Oh, geez. What did Zadino do? That you got deleted his message. No, Steven, it's okay. Zdeno Chara is okay. In this version of Zdeno Chara, it's okay. He's just having fun with us. He's an okay guy. You haven't been here in a while, but this Zdeno is okay. I like that. That's funny. Okay. Taxes high in Quebec because we got Social Security and that don't have in the U.S. Yeah, no, taxes are higher here. Quebec has its own taxes, so we pay double the tax here. Although Canada, if you live in a province where it's only the one tax, it's a little higher than our provincial tax. So we even out a little bit, but yeah, we have higher taxes here. Zdeno Chara, by the way, says, "Hey everyone, repeat after me. Go Chara, go, go Chara, go." If it had been the first time Zdeno had been in the room, I might have taken offense to that, but he's been here a few times now, and I know that he's not a bad guy. So it's not a problem. He's proven himself. I just don't like his name, but hey, listen, as long as he's not an actual Zdeno Chara. What are my thoughts on Galchenyuk getting his first goal in Minnesota? Do you think he will stay the long term, or you still think he goes to the KHL? Yeah, well, I think Galchenyuk's worst enemy is Galchenyuk. If he's still listening to his father over his coaches, this was the big problem with him while he was here. And from what I understood when he was in Arizona, the same thing. And I don't see why it would have changed to Pittsburgh. But his father is a coach, and his father likes to tell him, don't listen to your coaches, listen to me and do this and do that. And that's what happens. And that's why he moves around. So he's his own worst enemy. If he would stop doing that, he had talent. I just don't know where it went. So I think that's his biggest problem. So, yeah, I think he'll still end up in the KHL because I don't see why would it be different in Minnesota. I don't. So unless he can prove himself, like if he's still around next season, and he's actually doing well, then we'll know that maybe things change. But yeah, I don't expect it to. Darcy, hey buddy, do I think that Gerard Gallant is coach next year? Well, he's not unless they change their attitude about having a French coach because he doesn't speak French, which is the dumbest thing. I think I get it. So I don't know. I don't know who would be. I certainly hope they decide that, they've been doing polls on Twitter about asking people, and you know what? The only people that seem to care about whether it's a French coach is the French media, which is dumb because if it's not a French coach, he'll have a translator. They'll be able to communicate. So I don't understand it, but if they would change that, would be great. But I don't know. Is that what's keeping Claude Julien in his job right now? It could be. I don't know. Today, Rocket 2-1 over to Marlies. All right. All right. Anytime a Montreal team could beat a Toronto team is a good day for me. Sorry, all you Toronto fans. Sorry. Ghislain, Lars Eller was laughing when they were talking about taxes in Quebec. In Denmark, it's way worse than Quebec. Okay, so he comes from a place where it's worse. There's not a lot of places that it's worse in the civilized world. That's actually not true, but in North America, it's one of the worst. I'm drifting off to one side. You didn't even know. Oh, Stephen, if we're talking about Galchenyuk, yeah, he got traded to Minnesota in the Jason Zucker deal. Ghislain, Claude Julien is from Ontario. Gallant speaks some French. Okay, but Julien being from Ontario doesn't mean he's not French. There's a lot of French people. You should know this. There's way more French in Ontario than the Quebec separatists want anybody else in Canada to believe. And I know this from being out there. I had a friend who bought a house in God, I can't even think of the name of the town now. Not far from Cornwall. That whole area, they speak French. A lot of people speak French. And there's other spots that it's ridiculous. So, yeah. MJ, hey, MJ, how's it going, buddy? He went to the Wild in the Zucker deal. Yeah, that's where he went. Wolverine, I never understood why Arizona traded Galchenyuk for an aging Kessel. Galchenyuk's numbers in Arizona were at least decent. Yeah, but the problem is what I say. He doesn't listen to his coaches, and I think that's the big problem. His father keeps telling him, don't listen to your coach, doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to him. And I think that's a big problem, and that's why he gets moved around. Coaches don't want him. Darcy, I thought Gallant spoke French. Me too. I really did. I thought Gallant, and then my buddy Patty Mac, he went and looked it up and goes, no, he doesn't. So I was, oh shit, I didn't know that. Hey Nolan, have a good one. Thanks for coming in, as always. MJ, did Scotty Bowman speak French? Yes, he did. Scotty Bowman was from Verdun, born and raised. You don't grow up in Verdun without speaking French. That I can pretty much tell you. Dick Irvin Sr. did not, but you're talking about a totally different day and age. Totally different. And this wouldn't have happened. Look, Scotty Bowman, it didn't matter if Scotty Bowman spoke French or not. Kind of, they didn't like it with Al McNeil, but I think because Al McNeil was like, I think Al McNeil had a bit of an attitude also. But after 1976, you had to. And it's been more of a thing definitely since 76. Has to be a French coach, has to be a French GM. It wasn't so much that before that. Yeah, Stephen, Bowman speaks French quite well. Grew up, man. Grew up in Verdun. You cannot grow up in Verdun and not speak French. Back in the 50s, Montreal was the biggest city in Canada. Geez, I don't know biggest like size-wise, but definitely Montreal was the heart of industry and corporate Canada, and the best hockey team in the country. And yeah, everything happened in Montreal. Everything, because Montreal's known for one thing that they're really well known for is the girls. They're known for French girls. People love French girls. It's what attracted a lot of people to come here, have conventions here, for the celebrities to come here to want to play here. Believe me, a lot to do with it. Plus, in Quebec, we're usually lax about a lot of things, drugs-wise, alcohol-wise, prostitution-wise. Very lax as opposed to especially Ontario. And I'm talking back in my day, oh my God, Ontario was like Victorian England with their, you know, that kind of thing. So Quebec was well known for being open and easy and you get everything you want and all that. So that's why Montreal was a huge, huge, huge metropolis as far as everybody wanted to come here. And I kind of grew up in a lot of that. The later part of it, but Joe Big Shot, he's in the room. I wish we had Laviolette as coach and hired a translator for interview. I just think, look, we could all have our opinions of who should be here, but that's exactly what they should do. Hire the best coach available. If it's Laviolette, then get Laviolette. But so he doesn't speak French, a translator standing beside him. Everywhere else, that's what they would do, but not in Quebec. Just a reminder, we got about 10 minutes left in the live stream, so I just want to remind everybody of a couple things. Join in the Discord. The Discord, the link is in the description. I'm not sure if that's my podcast, but look for my podcast. Let me see what link it is. Did I put the right link? I probably didn't. I'm not seeing it. Oh, here it is. Got to press there. No, it's not the link directly to the new podcast, but if you go there, you'll get all 4 of the podcasts. So I hope you check that out. And if you want, there's the super chats, but I mean, that's up to you guys. And yeah, we got about 10 minutes left because I got to feed my animals and get ready for the game. Ooh, wait, I scrolled. Oops, I lost my place. Great. Remember the interim cardboard cutout? Oops, I mean coach Randy Cunningworth. Yeah, listen, that was a different Habs. That was a horrible Habs team. Yeah, I don't want to ever revisit that horrible Habs team we had then. I really don't ever want to do that. Darcy, Northeastern Ontario is Major League French, and he's from Sudbury. That's right. They don't, the separatists in Quebec, they have an agenda, and they don't really want people to know that there's French outside of Quebec. Surprised the hell out of me when I started being older and going through Ontario a little, and like, well, what's all this? You can speak French here, there. What's going on? Good old Chez Paris. I don't know if the Chez Paris is the same as it used to be, but it was very popular back in the day. I don't know. Is it still? I don't even know if it's still there or if it's still a strip club or not. Habs girl was hoping to be the Habs opening home game next season. You're hoping to be at that, but think I need to win the lottery between now and then. $1 Australian equals 65 cents. Canada. Really? I thought Australian dollar was equal or above ours. Really, I don't know why I thought that. Well, listen, Habs girl, if you ever do come to Montreal, you're coming from a long way away. Please let us know here at Talking Habs, and we'll have some kind of a meetup where we'll get everybody around Montreal. We'll have a meetup. It'll make a good reason for it. Someone from that far away coming to Montreal. Let's all get together and have a beer or something together. So that would be really cool. Wolverine, what about Mike Babcock to the Habs? No. Listen, I can't say I was really ever a Babcock fan, but with the garbage that's come out about him and all that, I would rather stay away from that kind of controversy or that kind of garbage from a coach. Let's see, just that. The only guy I would tolerate is Barry. I'd love to see Barry Trotz. And you know what? Tortorella, as an older coach now, not bad. I think he's doing a bang-up job with Columbus. The fact that Columbus is not in the basement with Detroit is mostly due to his great coaching and execution by the players themselves. Gislain, I know Babcock has a Montreal connection with McGill. I know it's a long time I've known that. Montreal would never hire Torts. Well, I kind of agree with you, but you know what? He's not the old Tortorella. He's a much more mature guy, and I think he does a really good job. Barry Trotz would love that. He's a good coach. Gets the job done. Don't know how he does it sometimes, but he gets it done. Gislain, you're right. It is Chez Paris, just like that. Oh, Stephen, okay, so it still is a strip club. We're not saying why Stephen knows it's still a strip club, but it's still a strip club, according to Stephen. Joe Big Shot, would you trade Petrie to Carolina for a first Bean and possibly Suzuki? For a first Bean and I would have to say this. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think if it does happen, that I think that's what you're going to have that first round pick a player like Bean and another add-on in maybe the form of Ryan Suzuki. I would like it to be Ryan Suzuki if they're going to do the deal. I just don't see it happening. But yeah, I would think you're going to need that kind of a return. It's a seller's market. It's not enough for that first round and Jake Bean. It's not going to be enough. Steven, I'm moving to Montreal in maybe a month or two. Oh, cool. Where do you live now? I didn't know. I didn't know where you lived around. That's awesome, buddy. We're gonna have a meetup sometime over early summer. I would like to arrange a meetup, so you'll be in town. Darcy, can you imagine Torts Habs coach? I can actually, not the old Torts, but I can now. Yes, he'd be a great soundbite all the time. Would love it. Can you imagine him arguing with some of these reporters that are here in Montreal? Yeah, it could be fun. But you're right, he probably wouldn't get hired here. Well, Habs girl, if you ever do come to Montreal, yes, please let us know, and we'll definitely get a meetup going. And yeah, definitely, that'd be cool, really cool. I like that. Definitely want to get a meetup going this summer. Not sure how to do it yet or anything, but I'm kind of nervous about it. But it's got to be done. I'd like to meet some of you guys. Anyways, anybody who's in Montreal or can get there, you never know. Maybe in the summer, I don't know if I'm up for it myself, but maybe like a pickup hockey game outside somewhere, ball hockey, something like that. That could be something cool. I know I'm stealing from the hockey guy. I know, but that's something cool to do. Joe, no, that's at Joe Big Shot. Stephen, you're in Regina. All right. So what brings you to be moving back to Montreal? That's cool. Awesome. Perfect time of the year to come back after, well, you're out the west. It gets cold out there too, I shouldn't say. Hey, we're at the end of we're down. Oh, well, it's almost perfect. We got 2 minutes to go and we're at the end of the comments. I love it when it times out properly like that. Wolverine, have I ever met Shannon, the hockey guy? No. First of all, Shannon will tell, if you watch his videos, he does say he doesn't know any of the other hockey people here on YouTube. He does not watch our videos because he doesn't want to be ever accused of stealing from somebody or getting whatever. That's what he says anyway. So I don't even think he knows who I am, although he's made a couple of answers to comments I've posted on his videos. So no, I don't know him, but I'll tell you, I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for him. If I didn't find the hockey guy and then see that, oh, I could do that, and I did, and that's what happened, and that's how I'm here. So yeah, so I kind of owe it to the hockey guy, although he doesn't really know it, but I do owe it to him to be here because I don't think if I didn't find him, I don't think I'd be doing this. I don't see how. I don't see how I would have ever got the idea. Oh yeah, I could do that. Because until I saw the hockey guy, honestly, I didn't know why people posted videos. I didn't know people really made money on YouTube, honestly. And I started watching, and he talks about that stuff all the time. So he's explaining it, and I'm thinking, and it makes me think. And I had nothing to do at the time. I tell you the truth, I was kind of like he was before his channel, not doing much, kind of depressed, all those kind of things, saying stuff. And I thought, well, you know what? He did it. I'm going to do it. And I knew nothing and did whatever. And I'm here today. And that's how it is. So yeah, thanks, Shannon. I think he's a pretty good guy. We're very different. I don't know that we would be friends maybe in real life, like buddy friends. We'd probably be okay talking to each other. But I totally respect the guy. I think he has a wealth of knowledge that I envy. Like you couldn't believe that the way he could just talk about hockey, about anybody almost, kind of like McGuire, and he knows so much. And he's a smart guy, and I like him. I watched, if there's anybody's videos that I watch consistently, it is the hockey guy. That's for sure. And it's not to say I watch all of his videos. I don't, but pretty much every day, I don't think a day goes by I don't watch at least one hockey guy video. Okay, so I'm going to pretty much tie it up. Do I see Kovalchuk getting traded? I do. I also see that they could sign him, but I could also see him getting traded. Wolverine. Shannon makes fantastic hockey content. Wolverine, you got that right. He does. He makes fantastic content. Like, he does. And his ideas are good. And yeah, I only wish, honestly, I wish I could do, I was going to say half, not even a third as good as he does. Like, that would be my goal, to be as as good as the hockey guy. And I don't mean that in a facetious way, if that's the right word to use. The guy is good, and that's just all there is to it. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna take off. I got to do feed my animals and get ready for the game. Listen, everybody, thanks for being here as always. Check out the Discord, join the Discord, check out my podcast if you will, and see you next video, see you next live stream. Enjoy the game, and hopefully someone will win the puck tonight, or multiple pucks. I have a feeling I might be giving away more than one. And yeah, good luck to everybody for the contest. And that's it. I'm going to check out here. And thanks, everybody. Really, thanks, everybody, for being here. Peace out, y'all. Have a great night.